Hi everyone, this video was kind of requested in a way. Someone asked me on my TikTok what I found the most helpful while going through TSW. The one thing that I can say that not everyone will have during TSW, which is really hard, is family support, and I was just lucky enough to have a great home environment to heal in, where I know a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have parents that don't understand what they're going through or don't even try to understand. So I feel like that is one of the main things that is really helpful. If you don't live with your parents, maybe if you live with your friends or your partner, having a supportive partner, supportive friends around you is so important. The other thing that I found insanely helpful during TSW, I still take this to this day, which is HCl and pepsin. I personally think that this is the supplement that helped clear up my face so drastically quickly. I would say my face healed quite quickly compared to other people going through TSW, and I realised that everyone's healing process is different, time-wise, what's happening underneath the skin as well, and obviously your steroid use, but this cleared my skin up amazingly. And I took 9 a day for a while, so 3 with every meal, but I built that up. I went from 1 to 2 to 3, and then I worked back down when I didn't need so many. So now I did say that I used to have 3 not so long ago a day, but I realised that that was too lower of a dosage for me, so I've upped it to about 5-6 a day. But I am advised to do things like this through my nutritionist, so if you don't have a nutritionist, I'd highly recommend trying to find one near you who understands TSW, who understands why you were doing this. Well, luckily I already went to a nutritionist before TSW for my other condition, and she supports TSW, and she recognises that TSW is a thing. So I would highly recommend trying to find a nutritionist that is supportive of what you are doing, which can be very difficult because you don't necessarily know until you ask or until you have a first appointment what that nutritionist is going to be like. Another thing that I found insanely helpful was meditation and also Reiki. So I know Reiki can be hard for some people to get their head around, but it's energy healing. I found this mainly helpful with my mindset and also trying to keep positive. Also, it helps that my mum is a Reiki master and I am a Reiki too, so I knew the concept of what Reiki was before having Reiki, if that makes sense. But it's basically energy healing. I found it insanely helpful for my mindset. Every time I'd get like teary or I'd had enough or I felt like quitting or something, like, it is not an easy thing to go through. Everyone's bound to have doubts about if they're doing the right thing at least once in their journey, and I found Reiki was one of the things that really helped my mindset keep on track to what I wanted to do and what I'm still doing. And then also meditation. So meditations I found were great if I was having a really bad day, if I couldn't focus on the TV, if I couldn't focus on reading, if I couldn't focus on anything, if light was too much. With TSW there's a bunch of other symptoms. There's the fatigue, the shakes, feeling too warm, feeling too cold, and not being able to regulate your temperature and stuff. So I found sitting down or lying down, I found listening to a meditation extremely helpful, especially the 528 vibration. That really resonated with me, and I used to have this one that I would listen to over and over every night. Sadly it's not on Spotify, so I don't listen to it at night now, but it is on YouTube and I'll leave the link below. But that one was literally so helpful for me. And if you don't like that one, because not everyone's going to like the same thing, try and find the same vibration but a different meditation. The next one is making a friendship with someone around the same age as you that is going through TSW. And I think this is insanely helpful. I find it's harder to relate to people that are younger and that are older than you sometimes when it's drastically younger, drastically older, because you're not necessarily going through the same stages of life. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases you're not really experiencing the same things at the same time. So for example, you're in school, you know, someone like me won't understand going through TSW while in school, where if you find someone around the same age as you that is going to school with TSW, then you could have a conversation about that, how you'd manage that in school, what helps you, what doesn't help you, and you could build some kind of friendship, even if it is across the world or in the same country but 5 hours away. You know, it's so helpful to find someone that is like you, and it makes you feel like you're not the only person your age going through such a hard time. So another one is basically what you're doing right now. You're watching a TSW video. And I know for a lot of people TSW videos can be quite triggering for them, and then other people find them comforting. I was one that found TSW videos comforting because I could see people getting better, people getting little flares, knowing what to expect in a way. Obviously you don't know for sure because everyone's different. You kind of have the heads up that it's not always going up, that it's going up a little bit, down, up a bit, up a bit more, bit down. Do you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily consistent. And because there's not a lot of medical advice on what to do with TSW, it's good to have different people's perspectives. You don't have to do what they are doing, but at least you know there's another option for you if the one that you're trying isn't working maybe, or you just want some tips, or I don't know, just like to know that you're not alone in a way. I'd highly recommend evening primrose oil as well, because these helped me with my period flares so much, and I see people constantly talking about flaring around their periods on support groups, so I'd highly recommend you taking evening primrose oil. It's also good for balancing hormones, so it might also be good for men. I need to remember to breathe when I talk. Like, I hold my breath when I'm talking. It's not very good. Right, anyway. Tracking how you feel after eating. So if you're more itchy, if you're more tired, if you're getting the shakes, if you're getting cold, if you're getting warm, tracking how your body reacts to food. And then at least you know the reaction after eating a certain food, or avoid it depending on how you feel and how much you like that food, obviously. You know, it's up to you what you consume into your body, but I found a lot of my diet, especially at the beginning of the TSW, it would trigger me all the time. I loved butternut squash and stuff like that, and my body and my skin didn't like it, and I still can't really take butternut squash without flaring a little bit. Another one is ice packs. They were my saviour, and they still are some days when I get extremely itchy. Another one that I have mentioned before is affirmations, positive thinking, mindset working, trying to change your mindset into more positive scenarios than negative. And this is so insanely difficult when your skin is in pain and you're mentally tired and you haven't slept in days, and trust me, it is so difficult, and I'm not saying that it isn't. And there was days when I wasn't positive one bit, probably more than I'd care to admit. But positive thinking, affirmations are really good, even if you just do these on the days that you feel better to do them. Another one that I found insanely helpful when it came to keeping my hands occupied, and again, this is for when you feel better on better days, or when you have the energy to do so, when you feel up to it. I don't do this all the time, but crocheting. It takes a bit to learn, but you're also learning something new. And also, when you're doing this, you're not scratching because you need two hands to crochet. So you need your hand to go over, you need to hold your thread, pull through two, pull through another two. So you need both hands to crochet. And also you're working on something. So I found this insanely helpful when it came to itching, trying not to itch. Obviously it doesn't work all the time, but It's a little tip. And another one is reading. So I love reading, and throughout TSW I was constantly reading. I'd wake up, read, sleep, wake up, read, sleep, if I could sleep. So reading helped me so much, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone that has liked reading in the past and they just haven't picked it up recently, because it puts you into a different mind. Especially when they're in the first person, it feels like you're living through this character, and this character doesn't have, well, they have problems, otherwise it wouldn't be entertaining, but they don't have many skin problems sometimes. If anyone did want to see any crochet tutorials / videos or reading videos, I'd be happy to make them, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of people probably wouldn't be interested in that. So if you did like this video, please subscribe, like, comment below. Comment below what videos you'd like to see. They don't have to be TSW videos, just any ideas that you can come up with. Put the bell notifications on, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye.